WeKanGame fan suggestions. Suggested by Gaming Dude 22. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Andrew Cam, together WeKanGame, here to bring you another fan suggested video. In this episode we will be playing the indie game Vanish, developed by 3 drunken men on the Unity engine. Now, the person I spoke to from 3 drunken men was Mark, and the 3 people responsible for this game are Sean, who was the animator, Mark, who was their artist, and Vasco, who was the programmer. Now, 3 Drunken Men is an internationally based team which came together to develop this game. This game is an act of passion. It is free. I even asked, do they have any plans to put this on Steam? But they said, as honored as they are that many people would pay to play this game, they wish to keep it free because this is an act of passion. Now, some of the controls for Vanish are use the WASD to move around, you hit control to crouch, and shift to run. Now, the main mechanic of Vanish is to get out. However, along the way, we'll come across some of these notes. Now, these notes have dialogue, and this says, "Sure smells down here. I'm taking a lot more turns to get to the gen room than I remember. We need to get to the generator room to find the keys." Now, these notes were left to us by 2 friends, Hank and Phil. Now, Hank and Phil, we don't have much to go on besides these notes they left. I even asked Mark the reason, who are these 2? They were just 2 people, just like us, this mysterious player who made their way here. I don't know who we are, it's never mentioned, but Mark said he wants to leave that to the player. Now, as you see, there's writing on the walls as well. We don't know much. All we know is we need to escape. Here's another note. Let's pick this up. "Damn it, Hank. Did you piss down here? Something smells. Tell me again why we didn't bring actual flashlights down here. These shitty glow sticks won't last long." Phil. You get a little bit of their personality in the notes they leave. Now, the real reason for these notes is because at the time they couldn't get a voice actor. So they needed a way to tell the story, and these notes serve as that. Now, the notes aren't the main focus of the game, and Mark even admits that it was taken a little bit from the Slender game. However, this is not Slender. This is a horror game, but it's not Slender. Our main focus is to make it out, and to make it out alive. So that's what we're going to be doing. Now, you start in these random rooms. This isn't the room we started in, but you start in any of these random rooms. So each time you play this game, the experience is different. But it's a lot of fun, and it gets your heart up. Now, that is an abomination right there. What it's doing, I do not know. But there's a note right there. Now, I'm not going to test it. I'm not going to tempt it. I'm going to turn around because those abominations will kill you. Now, when I asked Mark, what was your inspiration for this game? What made you want to design this game? Now, Mark said this idea had always been with him, and he just finally was able to develop him. Him and Sean had the idea initially. And when Vasco joined their team, this idea really came to life. You get this sense of being left alone, but you're still unsure. And I asked, why call it Vanish? He said, as you play the game, as you go through, you'll notice how the things, and it just seems to vanish. A very fitting name indeed. Even now, it seems like this corridor has shifted a little bit. Where was that creature? Turns out, oh God. Okay. Now, if you don't move, this abomination will not be able to catch you. So you just want to be still. Wait for you can't see it anymore. And then start moving. Now we are in a dead end. So we're going to have to inch closer because that creature is onto us. They're very smart. They hear you. So if you run too much, it will hear the heavy breathing and you're more likely to get caught. As I said, unlike this game, it'll make you jump. It's not for the light of heart at all. As you can hear these monster-esque sounds, and you really don't know. Can you make it out? That's the focus. Here's a note. I don't think it can find me in these dirt holes. I saw it, just walked past while I was checking one out. I think it's safe in here. Be safe, Hank. Phil. You can see the friendship, just them worried about each other. Okay. Oh God. I'm not usually one for... I don't usually get scared, but I always jump at jump scares, and this game's full of them. Now I think that's an abomination right there. I was right. On the wall it says don't look back, and it's kind of funny because when I asked Mark about what would you say the overall theme or the message would be of Vanish, and he said don't look back. Now I'd like to extend and say that Mark does actually watch all video coverage of this video, and if you're watching this, Mark, thank you so much for letting me do this. Thank you so much for letting me play this game. It's a lot of fun. I hope to make it to the generator room in a timely manner, but if not, I'll continue talking about your game. I'd also like to extend that if you ever need help with voice acting or anything, you can contact me via the links in the description. Also, where to get this game is in the description for both PC and Mac. Now, I'm going to pick this up. Read it. Phil, I don't know what just happened. It snuck up right behind me. I knew I was going to die, so I just stood there. I don't think it could see me. Stay safe. Ha. Hank. Like we've already encountered, for some reason, they don't seem to notice you if you stand still. I don't know why, but I'm just gonna wait for it to walk. It's not even worth it. Okay. As you notice, now that we're in this mode, if you turn a little bit, we're seeing things. Every time we turn, we seem to see it. See? It's really cool. It's a really cool mechanic. It makes you see things, and I find that really cool. It makes you feel like there's danger at every corner. And for once there is. Okay. Don't do anything. Okay. Okay. I'm going to keep walking, because I don't wish to deal with this, and I'm going to run like hell. You can hear the noises. Oh God. And the music they have, the sound score in this game, the sound designer did a great job of really adding to this atmosphere, and this is a very atmospheric game in general. I mean, from the notes, from the friends, just they do so well. You can hear the snarling of these pipes. You can, not these pipes, but whatever is that abomination, whatever it is, really gives you that sense of you're being watched, you're actor. And just these notes, they really add to this experience, and that's what I love about this game. Yeah, I'm not going this way. It's a very atmospheric game, and it really puts you in the mindset of, will I make it? And I'm going to be honest with you, I have yet to make it out, but I'm going to play it as long as I live. In the game, not live. But right here, we have a map, and the map points to a room in the center. So we're going to need to try to make it into that room, whatever that room may be. That was either left to us by Hank or Phil. So that's where we need to go. Will I make it there? I hope so. I hope to make it at least that far. Okay. Like I said, jump scares, they get me. I don't scare too easily, but jump scares, they get me. Ooh, what is this random hole in the wall? Well, let us crouch in it and see. Now there can be notes in these holes, which is actually really interesting. Adds to another layer of depth. Now whatever that abomination is, it is what left this hole. So we're going to continue our way through. I really think it's cool that this is a passion project, because honestly this game is really well done. It's really, if you've watched my series, you could see a lot of the other games I've done, and this is by far probably the most developed, most done game. Now this is an alpha 0.2, they do plan on continuing it and adding more to this game. But this, like I said, is a passion project, and when they have time to work on it, they do. Now, more on Mark, the man I spoke to. Mark has been developing games for over a decade, but professionally for the last 7 years. And you can definitely see his work and everyone at the international team at 3 DrunkenMen. Their work stands for itself here. I like to point out you can also have the notes pop up by right-clicking. But I'm gonna run a little bit. I do not suggest running. That pipe. I do not suggest running because it does add more noise and these creatures can hear you. So pick up this face. XXB. I wonder what that could be. Now these little holes here, it's important to note that each time you spawn in another one of those. So every time you play, the experience is different, and that's okay. Okay, we're not going this way anymore. You know, I kind of was liking going this way anyway. There we go. Okay. I'm running, and I really shouldn't, because as you can hear, you get out of breath. But what is this? We have made it to the generator room. I'm gonna pick up some of these glow sticks. Glow sticks are picked up. What we're looking for is their keys to get out. There will be a door later we need to get out of, and we need the keys to get through them. However, we did not find them in the generator room, which means we need to go to the boiler room. It's a dead end. Now, as we noticed from that note, if we don't move, it will not be able to see us. So let's not move. And we're not going to move for quite a bit. I mean a bit. I'm going to wait till I can't see it at all. I can still kind of see this little shadow figure walking still. I'm going to walk closer to the wall. And unfortunately, we did not make it through, but that is Vanish. I definitely recommend you pick this game up, try to make it through. It is so much fun and it's really worth it. I do not know what's at the end, but when I make it, I can't wait. I really suggest picking this one up. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Mark, for letting me do this game. Bye. I would like to thank the developers at 3 DrunkenMen for letting me do this game. Now, if you have an indie game suggestion, please leave in the comments below of what you wish for me to play. Now, the links for that game are in the description. But if you wish to check out my last fan suggested video, you can click the video on screen. If you would be so kind to please leave a rating if you liked or disliked, it really does help me out. And if you really liked it, you can hit that subscribe button either on screen or right below. Thank you so much again. Bye. Around us, and our only friend, if you could so loosely call it, is this sphere that is floating around, and it drops food and tech